Rain came down about 1:45. Penthouse window full of city lights and you. I poured a glass, I let it breathe a while. Hadn't thought your name in almost half a mile. The neon signs, they bleed across the wet. 40 floors above the things I can't forget. Smoke curls up slow from this old ashtray. Some things burn clean, some things just stay. Rain on the penthouse glass, sounds like everything that didn't last. Sounds like her heels on a hardwood floor. Rain on the penthouse glass, baby, I don't hurt no more. I just remember what the hurting was for. I used to chase the kind of love that burns. Now I watch it from up high and live and learn. A man don't cry, he just gets real quiet. Gets himself a room above the riot. The city keeps on breathing down below. All those yellow cabs, they come and go. Somebody's laughing somewhere in the rain. Fully how joy and grief sound just the same. Rain on the penthouse glass, got a way of making futures feel like past. Got a way of making silence sound like her. Rain on the penthouse glass, everything is still and clear. The kind of clear that only comes when you disappear. You know, a man collects his losses like he collects his rooms. High enough to see them, low enough to feel. I ain't asking for relief, I'm just standing at this glass, letting the rain say the things I stopped saying a long time ago. Another inch of amber in the glass, another night that's moving way too fast. The rain don't care, neither does this town. But 40 floors is high enough to not feel down. I love the kind that leaves without a word. Love the kind that stayed and made it worse. Now I love the rain, I love this quiet height. I love the man I had to lose to find tonight. Rain on the penthouse glass, some things were never built to last. Some things were only built to make you feel alive. Rain on the penthouse glass, I've been broken, I've been blessed, and I've learned to call them both the same and let them rest. Rain on the penthouse glass. woke up slow, no alarm, no obligation. Gray light coming through the eastern glass. Lay there for a minute just to feel it. The particular quiet that nothing has. Didn't check the phone, didn't count the losses. Didn't run the ledger of regret. Just a man horizontal in the morning, not arrived yet, not departed yet. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and I don't owe the morning anymore. The morning doesn't owe me anything, where even now I finally know the score. Years of waking up with debt, all those years of owing yesterday. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and I don't owe it, and that's okay. That's okay. The coffee slow, 1 cup this time, not 2. And that felt clean instead of sad. Stood at the window where the city wakes, and felt something close to what I've never had. Not happiness exactly, something quieter, the kind that doesn't need a name to be. Just a man and his coffee in the morning, just enough, just right, just free. The morning doesn't owe me anything, no apology for all the nights before. Light through glass, I don't need anymore. Been chasing something old to me for years, some debt the universe forgot to pay. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and neither does the rain, and neither does the day. Neither does the day. Does the day. I used to keep a running tab with living, everything it took and didn't give. Spent so long accounting for the losses, I forgot to notice how I live. The rooftop and the rain is still out there. The bourbon and the blues are still my own. The ghosts still know the way in through the window. But the morning, Lord, the morning feels like home. But it shows up anyway, every day. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and it comes regardless, come what may. That's not debt, that's not a transaction. just grace moving through the glass. The morning doesn't owe me anything, Lord, it never did. I just forgot to ask for nothing, forgot to ask for nothing. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and I've stopped keeping score. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and I don't need it to, not anymore. The women and the whiskey and the weather, the shadows and the fires and the rain, the bourbon and the ghost and all the blues, I'd carry every last one again. The morning doesn't owe me anything, and everything I lost, I kept, and everything I kept was everything. The morning doesn't owe me anything, Lord, it never did, it never did, it never did, it never did.
Clock on the wall says 3 and change. Everything's still open, nothing to ring. The call came in at 2:30. Go or stay, that's all I had to do. Simple choice, the way the choice is seen. Before you pull the thread and watch it seam, unravel every comfortable thing. 3 o'clock and still deciding what to bring. 3 o'clock and still deciding which way this road goes. 3 o'clock and still deciding every open door, a thing that nobody knows. The afternoon is burning patient, sun ain't moved an inch. 3 o'clock and still deciding. Lord, I've been deciding since I can't remember when. Since I can't remember when. Had a woman waiting on an answer. Had a life that needed yes or no. Had a version of myself worth keeping, somewhere in the direction I should go. The chair kept me, the window kept me longer. The glass of something amber kept me last. 3 o'clock became 3:30 easy. The present has a way of holding fast. 3 o'clock and still deciding, watching all the certainty I lack. 3 o'clock and still deciding, every step forward needs a looking back. I know the answer, that's the thing about it. Known it since before the question came. 3 o'clock and still deciding, because deciding makes it real and real. stays the same. Funny how the afternoon holds mirrors, every surface showing back a face. The one that knows exactly what it's doing, the one that's buying time and calling it grace. I've been here before, different chairs, same question, different woman, same essential cause. The deciding isn't hard, it's the becoming, the man you are the moment that you've crossed. 3 o'clock and still decided, but the clock don't stop for men like me. 3 o'clock and still decided, but 3 becomes 4, becomes dark, becomes free. Of all the light I had to make this easier, of all the afternoon that gave me room. 3 o'clock and still decided, Lord, I stood up, took my coat, walked out into the choosing, into the afternoon, into whatever comes next. 3 o'clock, and decided, yeah, finally decided.
Woke up reaching for the other side. Cold sheet, cold pillow, cold morning light. A glass still on the nightstand, lipstick rim. Half a conversation started, stopped and dimmed. Perfume in the air like a question mark. She moves through rooms the way she moves through hearts. No goodbye, no reason why. Just the shape she left behind in the half-dark. She lived before the lights came on, before the city found his voice, before the coffee, before the dawn, before I had the chance to make a choice. Some women leave like thunder, she left like rain. So quiet you don't notice till you reach and reach again. She left before the lights came on. I found her earring by the bathroom sink. small gold thing, smaller than you think, for something that could bring a man his knees on a Thursday morning, 43 degrees. I held it like a man holds evidence of something beautiful that didn't make sense. Put it in my pocket, carried it all day. Some losses you don't throw away. She left before the lights came on, before I knew what I had there, before the room stopped being warm, before I learned to say I care. Some men wake up early, some wake up late. I woke up reaching for what couldn't wait. She left before the lights came on. You know the thing about a woman who leaves clean. No scene, no slam doors, no final word. She's already decided, long before you noticed. She was deciding. You think back on the dinners, the silences, the way she'd look at you across a room, like she was already memorizing you for the last time. And you realize the goodbye was happening the whole time. You just weren't fluent in that language. Sometimes old habit wearing grooves into my mind. Set one down across the table where she'd sit, watch the steam rise slow, then let it quit. Ain't grief exactly more like gratitude for the kind of woman that could change your mood just by walking in, just by being real. Some people teach you how to feel. She left before the lights came on, but she left the lights on inside me. Left before the morning song, but I've been singing ever since, you see. Some losses make you hollow, some losses make you whole. She left before the lights came on and lit up every dark corner of my soul. She left, love, she left before the lights came on. Some fires, she was the kind of fire you don't put out, the kind you build your whole house around. Warm enough to make you forget winter, loud enough to drown the other sounds. I knew she'd burn me, known it from the start. The way you know a stove is hot by looking. Touched it anyway because the cold was worse than any burning. She was cooking. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Some loves are both the wound and the cure. Some fires keep you warm while burning you, and you choose them again. You know you would for sure. Not stupid, just human. Not blind, just cold. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Lord, some fires never get old. Never get old. Third year and I had the scars to prove it. Burns along the places I love most. The hands, the chest, the place behind the sternum where a good fire leaves its permanent post. She never meant the burning, that's the thing. A fire doesn't choose who gets too close. It just burns the way that fire burns, consistent, beautiful, and most. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Some flames don't know the damage that they do. Some fires keep you warm while burning you, and the burning feels so close to something true. I stood inside it fully, arms wide, eyes open real. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. And the burning, Lord, the burning is the only time some men feel. Some men feel. People say, get out of a burning building. Good advice for buildings. But a man isn't a building. A man is the fire investigator standing in the ash afterward, trying to understand how something so warm left so little standing. And the answer is always the same. He didn't leave because leaving meant cold, and cold for a man like that is the only thing worse than burning. I understand that man completely. I am that man. enough to see by, enough to feel the warmth, not enough to burn what's left of me. But some nights when the cold comes through the glass, I think about that fire, how it roared. And honest as the morning, I admit I miss the burning more than I've ignored. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. And I'd stand in that fire one more time. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Some beautiful destructions are divine. Not asking for the burning back, not that kind of fool, but I'm grateful for the fire that burned me into something closer to the truth. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Lord, some fires make you. Some fires break you. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Yeah, some fires do. Some fires keep you warm while burning you. Yeah, worth it though, Lord, worth it.
She called twice, I let it ring. Full lyrics, production copy. 4 rings, 5 rings, silence, then the tone. Left it like a question on its own. Second call came 20 minutes after. Same name glowing, same unanswered ask. Watched it like a man who reads a letter, then folds it back and puts it in the past. She called twice, I let it ring. Watched the name until it stopped its asking. She called twice, I let it ring. Let the silence do the heavy tasking. Not because I didn't want to answer, not because I had somewhere to be. She called twice, I let it ring, because answering meant something. I wasn't ready yet to be, wasn't ready yet to be. There's a kind of cowardice that's quiet, doesn't look like fear from where you stand. Looks like a man just sitting by a window. Looks like thinking, looks like being grand. But the phone knows what the posture doesn't show. The unanswered call is still a thing. I told myself I'd call her back by evening. Evening came and went on its own wing. She called twice, I let it ring. And the ringing was the last good thing she tried. She called twice, I let it ring. And the silence was the place where something died. Not dramatic, no last words, no thunder, just a name that stopped appearing on the screen. She called twice, I let it ring. And the quiet after was the loudest thing I've ever seen. Ever seen. Ever seen.
Found the voicemail 3 weeks later. Didn't know she'd left one till then. Sat with my thumb above the play button, longer than I'd care to say, and then her voice came through like afternoon through curtains, soft and certain, said she understood, said she hoped I found whatever I was looking for, said she hoped it turned out to be good. She called twice, I let her ring, she left me better than I left her. She called twice, I let her ring, and a voicemail was the last kind word. I've been answering every call since, every name that lights the screen. She called twice, I let her ring. Lord, I hear that ringing in the quiet in between. Every conversation, every room, every 2 a.m. She called twice, I let her ring, and I've been picking up ever since. Yeah, picking up ever since. She called twice, I let her ring. Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. Pick up. God sends rain without an explanation, doesn't ask if you're prepared or not, comes down equal on the good and broken, falls the same on everything he's got. I send regrets like I'm sending weather, apologize for things I can't undo. God just sends the rain and lets it happen. I overthink the falling, that's what I do. God sends rain, I send regrets. God don't lose sleep over what he sets in motion. God sends rain, I send regrets. He covers the whole earth, I drown in the ocean. He lets it fall and moves on to the morning. I write the letter, fold it, never send. God sends rain, I send regrets. Lord, I've been writing to the same address again and again, again and again. Regrets have a particular weight to them, heavier than guilt, lighter than shame. Guilt says you did wrong, shame says you are wrong. Regret just says you'd play it differently again. I got a drawer full of things I'd play different, every one of them addressed to someone real. God doesn't keep a drawer, that's the difference. God sends the rain and lets the rain be real. God sends rain, I send regrets. God doesn't second guess the thunder. God sends rain, I send regrets. I take what's done and pull it under. He trusts the seed to know what it's becoming. I dig it up to check if it's still there. God sends rain, I send regrets. And the rain, don't know, I'm standing in it going nowhere. Going nowhere. Learning how to send less in the mail, learning how to let a thing be done, learning from the rain that falls and doesn't stop to wonder if it helped anyone. God sends rain because the earth needs water, simple physics dressed in something holy. I send regrets because I need the send, and that's the difference. Rain, I send regrets, but I'm burning the drawer tonight. God sends rain, I send regrets. Lord, I'm tired of being right about all the ways I could have done it better, all the words I should have said. God sends rain, I send regrets, but the rain don't hold what I've been holding. Been sending them too long. Yeah, too long. The last man at the bar sees everything. Watch the young ones come and crash and burn. Watch the couples negotiate their pain. Watch the lonely ones who never learn. Been the stool since 9:30. Outlasted every story in the room. The bartender don't ask me anymore, just pours and gives me space to sit with whom. The last man at the bar knows everything. which love was real and which was theater. The last man at the bar knows everything, knows the ones who make it and who leave her. Every drink a chapter, every glass a year. The last man at the bar knows everything. From sitting here, from sitting here. Watched a man propose on bended knee. Woman said yes, but her eyes said wait. Watched another man drink to forget a name. Watched him fail, you always fail at that. Watched the bartender fall in love by Tuesday. Watched him hide it badly Wednesday through. Watched the whole damn human comedy from this particular point of view. The last man at the bar knows everything, knows the difference between thirst and need. The last man at the bar knows everything, knows exactly which of us will bleed. Not a prophet, not a wise man, just a man who stayed when everyone else decided they were done with what the darkness gave. The last man at the bar knows everything. Yeah, everything. You wanna know a city? Don't read the papers. Sit at the end of a bar at 4 a.m. and watch every human thing passes through eventually. The grieving, the celebrating, the ones who can't go home, the ones who have no home to go to, the ones in love with someone who doesn't know yet, the ones in love with someone who knew and left. I've seen more truth on this stool than in any church, any courthouse, any therapist could share. The bar doesn't lie because the bar doesn't care. And sometimes the most honest place is the one that doesn't need you to be okay. Says last call for real. I nod and push the empty glass his way. He pours one more without me asking twice. That's the language that the regulars say. I'll leave a decent tip, I always do. A man who knows a thing respects the craft. The ones who pour the truth deserve their due. I'll take my coat and my education back. The last man at the bar knows everything, but everything don't make the morning kind. The last man at the bar knows everything, and everything's a heavy thing to mind. But I'd rather know than not know, rather see than be blind. The last man at the bar knows everything and carries it real fine, carries it real fine, Lord, real fine. The last man at the bar, the bar. Knows everything. Tips well though.
Lost a woman who deserved a better man. Lost a version of myself I planned. Lost a decade chasing something clean. Lost the thread of what the losing meant. But somewhere in the losing I kept this. The way the rain sounds 40 floors in bliss. The way a glass of amber holds the light. The way a city breeze at 2 a.m. at night. Everything I lost, I kept. In the places where the grief was swept. Everything I lost, I kept. In the silence and the space it left. The women and the years and all the rooms. The shadows and the rain and all the blues. Everything I lost became the only things that stayed true. Everything I lost, I kept. Kept the earring in the pocket of a coat. Kept the note she wrote, the words by rote. Kept the chair that holds the shape of 3 a.m. Kept the record that was playing way back then. Kept the father's voice inside the thunder. Kept the rooftop and the rain and all the wonder. Kept the shadow like a coat I finally owned. Kept the learning how to love the storm alone. Oh, everything I lost, I kept. Like a jazz man keeps his influences. Everything I lost, I kept. In the bends and in the silences. The notes I didn't play, the words I didn't say, the names I carried quiet through the day. Everything I lost showed me everything that couldn't go away. Everything I lost, I kept. Here's what I know now that I didn't know then. Loss is not subtraction. It's more like pressing a flower between the pages of a heavy book. The flower dies, but the shape stays in the paper forever. Every person, every room, every rain, still here in the shape they left in me. I am not empty by what left. I am the record of everything that passed through. So I keep the penthouse and the glass. Keep the blues that made the good times last. Keep the city spread below at night. Keep the rain as company and light. Keep the music in the bones of me. Keep the losses like a gallery. Every frame of thing I thought I'd lose turned out
everything, everything I lost. I kept. Ooh, everything I lost, I kept.
Found it in the back behind the winter coats, the charcoal one with chalk stripe double breast. Bought it for a life I was becoming, the life that had a different man's address. Held it to the light the way you hold a letter from someone that you used to know by heart. The fabric's still as good as when I bought it. The man who wore it, that's the broken part. The suit I wore when I was someone else, still hanging patient on the someone else shelf. The suit I wore when I was someone else still got the shape of who I tried to tell myself I was becoming, could become. The suit I wore when I was someone else, Lord, it fits the ghost, but not the man I am. Not the man I am. I wore it to the meetings, wore it straight, wore it like a second set of skin. Wore it to the dinners where I performed the version of myself they'd buy me in. She said once you looked the part so well, said it like she wasn't sure if that was good. Said some men wear a suit, some men become it. I smiled and straightened up the way I would. The suit I wore when I was someone else had ambition sewn into the lining. The suit I wore when I was someone else had a different kind of silver, it was mining. Every button was a goal I'd swallow, every seam a thing I'd compromised. The suit I wore when I was someone else fit the man the world expected, not the one behind the eyes. Not the one behind the eyes. Don't ask me why I did. Stood at the mirror in the afternoon. Shoulder still the same, the chest a little fuller. A different man inside the same old room. The jacket knows fabric has a memory. Held the posture of the man I played. Straight back,
chin up, eyes forward, never sideways. The performance that the younger version made. The suit I wore when I was someone else taught me who I am by who I'm not. The suit I wore when I was someone else showed me everything that I forgot. I forgot the weight of all that wanting, the cost of being someone else's right. The suit I wore when I was someone else is going to someone who needs it more tonight. Let him wear it, let him be that version for a while. The suit I wore when I was someone else gave me back my own style, my own style, yeah, my own, my own. It's someone else now. Yeah, good riddance, good riddance. Good riddance. Rain came down about 1:45. Penthouse window full of city lights and you. I poured a glass, I let it breathe a while. Hadn't thought your name in almost half a mile. The neon signs, they bleed across the wet. 40 floors above the things I can't forget. Smoke curls up slow from this old ashtray. Some things burn clean, some things just stay. Rain on the penthouse glass sounds like everything that didn't last. Sounds like her heels on a hardwood floor. Rain on the penthouse glass. Baby, I don't hurt no more. I just remember what the hurting was for. I used to chase the kind of love that burns. Now I watch it from up high and live and learn. A man don't cry, he just gets real quiet. Gets himself a room above the riot. The city keeps on breathing down below. All those yellow cabs, they come and go. Somebody's laughing somewhere in the rain. Fully how joy and grief sound just the same. feel like past. Got a way of making silence sound like her. Rain on the penthouse glass, everything is still and clear. The kind of clear that only comes when you disappear. You know, a man collects his losses like he collects his rooms. High enough to see him, low enough to feel. I ain't asking for relief. I'm just standing at this glass, letting the rain say the things I stopped saying a long time ago. Another inch of amber in the glass, another night that's moving way too fast. The rain don't care, neither does this town, but 40 floors is high enough to not feel down. I love the kind that leaves without a word, love the kind that stayed and made it work.